With that, I think average is holding it down tonight.
Yes. Wait, hold on. His voice hurts sometimes when I'm smoking. Last time on Phantoms of the Past. No, don't tip me, brother.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, I can and I will.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
He finally made it to Moth Mourn, arriving at the gate. And at the gate, we see probably the scariest mouth I've ever seen in my life, called the Cerberus. Simply the guard dog of the mouth itself, fighting some troops. We use them to our advantage. Most of them don't survive for the most part. We were able to dispatch it without casualties of our own. This new sword's pretty great, honestly. And with all of our new combined might, nothing too challenging. Oh, was that's crazy. Uh, Afterwards, we talk to the general. He's gonna go on ahead. We enter the city. We're gonna have to take the train to go deeper. As we're about to board, some other monstrosity appears. Guess they call it the Destroyer. Machine, maybe something else. Dondo and Tasha stand alone as we board. And we just pray that they can hold out or just prevail as long as they survive. Ride itself is pretty long too. Of course, things aren't easy there either. We're boarded by more creatures. I think these were called, I don't know, Night Stalkers, Dark Knights, I don't know. Ugly as the rest of them. Especially the one that appears in front of us. Store goes on ahead past me, and apparently there's another creature. I'm Batman. Uh, this one's one of Palm's favorites. His name's Golthea. Tall, giant fellow. Apparently used to be a rune warrior. So he has the best and worst of both worlds, I guess. Crazy motherfucker, too. Related? Probably. We talk him down, though. I guess we're pretending we're just helping him, which I guess we are, but he's the boss. He doesn't want to kill Palm, though, which we may need to do, probably need to do. But there's a lot of hope going around. So we'll see. And on our way down, we do get footage of the station that we left. Miss Tasha and Dondo almost fall. They're saved. Won't say by who or what. They were just saved. We'll leave it at that. And as we, yeah, it was his art. And as we continue our ride, I don't know. We'll see what other fuckery awaits.
And that fuckery continues now. And this late in the game, you're just going to be taking maximum inspirato, so enjoy. And thank you for the recap. So you guys have been on the train for a few hours. Your first hour and a half, you had an interruption prior. And now it's been about 2 or 3 hours later. Which means that you did achieve a short rest. And we pick up for a tiny bit of RP before we get to where we have to go. You should know that Golthea is currently asleep. You can wake him. It's probably not a good idea, but maybe he'll wake up soon. But yes, hit dice and short rest resources are back. And Reinhold is still stuck in the third cart because he's too big to move through the doors without breaking the cart.
Yep.
My boy's extra wide. He can't hold it against him.
Extra thick.
Yeah, I'll say dummy thing. Isn't that what the kids say?
I'm sure the walls hold it against him.
Sora, seeing Golthea is still asleep by the time, so the train is stopped, correct?
No, the train's still driving and stuff.
But it looks like we're nearing our destination.
Probably in like another hour.
Maybe it's best to leave him asleep.
At least for another 30 minutes.
Give our ears a rest.
Well, if anything, I find our conversations to be quite volatile.
They are interesting, to say the least.
But he really cares about Palm, which is surprising for a Mouther.
Yeah. It's weird.
I mean, they're under her control.
Not anymore, he's not.
Yeah, but whatever effects it has on him probably doesn't just go away, right?
Effects? Or maybe Mouthers do have a sense of feelings after all. Not just mindless entities of darkness.
Oh, yeah, sure.
What?
That's so far-fetched, Amrit.
Believe it when I see it.
I mean,
There's one key difference from Gothea and other others.
he's
He
jacked.
He was a guy first.
He retains some part of his mortality.
Is that a fate that could happen to any of us? Should darkness take over our hearts?
Historically speaking, yes.
Definitely don't want that to happen. I'd hate to be Zombie Part 2.
Well, if it happens to you, then the rest of us are fucked. So,
Just stay on the path you're on, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
Makes me wonder, though. Is there ever going to be a point in history where Mouthers are gone? Or are they now just simply part of the balance? If there can only be Rune Warriors if there are Mouthers, and Mouthers can only exist if there are Rune Warriors. I'm wondering if there'll ever be a time where peace will exist between the two.
Who can say?
I'm gonna go check in on Ryan. If you do wake him, just, be prepared to be punched in the face.
I'll nominate Amber for the job.
makes sense to me. Should we put more coal in that thing behind him or what?
Getting
I
hurt.
mean, careful, he might be ticklish.
Won't risk it. We're going fast enough, I think, already.
Yeah, we start going slow, then we can cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the big sleepy boy. Isn't he just precious? Who's the biggest world serpent? She
Yeah.
will just sit on his chest while he's asleep and just watch over him for now then.
Yep. As he's just trying to do what he can to get some rest in, but not like fully falling asleep, lest his form drops on him. But he'd eventually feel sore, just like lean against him, and he'd do whatever he can to readjust so that way she's comfortable.
We're gonna be a legendary duo, me and you.
Hmm.
Just gotta stop this invasion first.
Kind of sensing that bit of worry just in his half dazing state. He just curls up his body a little bit more to help affirm her, I guess.
I'm trying to console you right now, but fine. I'll relent.
I'm fine. As long as you're safe.
If we come up against another Cerberus, just don't try and wrestle it again.
Don't worry, I learned my lesson.
You better.
Hmm. Considering I nearly lost an arm, it would be quite foolish if I didn't.
Not the first time someone that mattered to me had to go on without an arm. He may do with it, but I would rather you keep all of your appendages. Yes.
Hmm. And who might that be?
The one who traveled with me before. Louis Noel.
Hmm.
He had a robotic arm. Phoenix constantly had to fret over it. But despite all the discomforts it caused, I often forgot he didn't have one. He always made sure that his pains and discomforts were kept hidden away. The amount of bullying that I had to do to rouse it out of him.
I've been hearing his name a lot as of late. He seems to have had a lot of importance to you all.
He was like a father to me. Never got to know mine, so he was the closest thing. He watched over me. He guided me. He taught me things. He made me promise at the end to never forget who I am, to never forget the kindness I have given since the first day I came to the mainland. A kindness that I now promise to even palm.
Hmm. I'm thankful to him. If it wasn't for his actions until now, I never would have met you and the others.
That is true. I miss him. We all do. Each day. But he's never truly left. His indomitable spirit is always with me.
Hmm. I know the feeling. You kind of feel his arms start to shift slightly, as if like his elbow's like pushing up against his side. And you would kind of notice a slight glow coming from his shoulder. being the tattoos that he always has. Almost in response to the emotion.
That lady friend of yours?
Yes. It's quite odd. Back when the island was first attacked, it was just me and Amelia left. She did whatever she could to try to protect the island as the more capable of us do. But I guess even she knew she didn't stand a chance and wanted to give me one. Pushed me into the ocean and stood against Hyperion herself. I thought I'd never hear from her again. But I guess even in her death, she's still watching over me.
Anyone who has ever loved us has always been a part of our heart. And even though they are physically not here anymore, the weight of their memories never leaves. They always are with us at times it matters most. At times when we feel our own strength fails, we depend on the strength that's been left behind. I'm glad she's with you.
I only wish that maybe I'd be able to protect you all with my own strength one of these days. But it almost feels as if ever since I left the island, I've been relying on someone else to survive. Be it Papavaya, and now Amelia's strength to help further things.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I just wish I could
to
do more.
survive. To survive, one can do everything in their power to make sure they can see until tomorrow. But to live is to allow the strengths of others to be by your side. To be vulnerable, but to be alive.
His body shifts a little bit, kind of trying to process what was said. You feel that it's not exactly sitting perfectly with him per se, but he is doing his best to take in the idea.
You'll come with your own realization and your own ideology. This is simply the words that I choose to live by. I know you will find your way, Reinhold.
Thank you. And he just slightly presses his snout against you.
And she scratches it and smiles wide, kind of bearing those, like, Aku monkey fangs. After all, we are going to be legends, me and you. Sun Sora and her guardian dragon.
All of us will. Not just you and me.
I know.
I see Lilith and Sakura are starting a dialogue. You guys can take over the voices now.
Lila just chuckles. No, not bigger. Just... What's... Do you plan on going back home? Maybe... take a stab at a normal life?
Nah, I don't know. Normal's kind of boring. And Icarus isn't exactly full of love for me. My family's not there anymore. They've been run out, although I wouldn't mind figuring out whatever happened to Grill, teach him a lesson or two. But I don't know. I can't see past the moon right now.
Well, after I take over for Sakura, I could use a friend.
I like you, Lilith. I don't know if I can live in, like, nature, though. Can I have maybe a room that's only got a couple plants in it?
I'm sure something can be arranged.
Besides, you're gonna have your husband and son to raise.
And you see that she sits back up and yeah. I can't wait to see my son's face again.
What was his favorite color?
He loved anything orange.
Warm soul.
I once made a orange and red scarf for him for the cold months. It was one of his favorite things I ever made for him.
We're gonna get him, Lilith. Don't lose hope. We're gonna figure out this shit with Palm, and then we're gonna go get him.
I know. You were the one that had given me back that hope.
Sora's usually the hopeful one. I've had a life full of seeing hopes dashed, dreams not come to fruition, so I'm always only looking to the next thing. I think this world needs a little bit of both, though.
Don't sell yourself short.
Ha ha ha.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I respect you for it.
But despite stature, you have a bigger heart than you let most people know.
Oh, don't go ruining my reputation, woman.
Well, the cat's out of the bag. Kind of hard to put it back in.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll make a cage. I'll get back in there.
Well, I'll let you get back to your tinkering.
He's in pretty good shape. He's ready to go. Aren't you, Wolf?
The train begins to slow down dramatically out of nowhere. And Gothea jumps up from his sleep, tosses a bunch of coal into the fire, and goes right back to sleep.
I hope we're not going to overshoot our destination.
Should be almost there.
He wants to get there as much as we do.
Kind of glad to have the muscle on our side.
He gets up slowly. We'll be there in 10 minutes. That's when the clock, the small hand, reaches the 3. He points to like a little clock inside the ship. Just in case you don't know your times tables.
Right.
What would we ever do without you, Goldie?
He sits down, grabs this chest over here, and sees there's a bunch of sandwiches in it. And just starts eating. And he passes out the sandwiches he doesn't like to you guys. It's just he prefers bacon, egg, and cheese. It's one word.
Question, Goldie, do you actually taste stuff?
No, but I keep a balanced diet so that I can keep these rock hard abs.
Oh, Sora's most appreciative, I'm sure.
Excellent. Would you like a sandwich?
How old are they?
They smell funny, but I don't. Doesn't matter to me.
Phoenix will kind of lean her head that way to take a gander and a sniff, and I'm imagining she's going to say, thanks, I'll pass.
Yeah, they're mostly ham and cheeses with mayo, and that's what they went wrong, keeping that in that chest for that many days.
You need it.
Don't mind if I do. And he takes more of them, and then he puts his hand like around Emmert's shoulder, and he tells him, Emmert, you remind me of Palm. Both of you are good guys who look like bad guys. And then she became a bad guy. Or was it a bad girl? There we go.
Uh-huh. Hopefully won't make a repeat of that.
So tell me about your mastered runes, just in case we have to kill each other. I'd like to be prepared.
Well, I control blood. I don't know if you have any of that stuff.
So you are not a priority in combat. That is good to know.
Yeah. Let me ask you something.
Yes.
What was she like?
A slaver. All right, that's not entirely true, but it is also true. Palm was an excellent host. I'll never tell her to her face, but I grew quite fond of her very quickly. At one point, I saw an opportunity to escape, but I remained in her crown. A moment of weakness in a place called Atlantis. Palm is a great leader, and I don't know what made her go crazy, probably just the crown, or the expectations of never being able to retire. I mean, look at Mother Nature. When we assaulted the den, I heard she's still working. It's been 50 years since she saved the world, and she's still working every day to continue to save it. I don't know. I think I like my job. Sit in the crown, tacos, burritos, come out, wreak havoc, and take a long break again.
Well, the world doesn't stop, so... I mean, nothing wrong with retiring, right? Just hang it up. What, are the new bloods not capable when the time comes?
Who knows? But whenever there was a new threat, the new people were never strong enough. They had to call in Mother Nature and Palm. They were comparable to each other at this point in time. Many heroes have been lost, including a monstrous creature like myself called Aquaria. Sent back to the mouth that feeds. Abandoned. Never to be rescued. Still suffering to this day. Perhaps he's been released. Who knows? But the point is...
That
Yes?
guy. We met him before. He mentioned her.
You met Aquaria.
He said she
way
had
back when.
betrayed him, right?
Well, Aquaria has been given the status of jailer. It's very rare for a Mouther to receive it, but easier for a Rune Mouther to receive it. And pretty much his entire task is to make sure the mouths don't leave the feed. Sad. The stories we can tell about Metal Rain. But it doesn't look like much has improved. It seems we don't need invaders to be in conflict with one another.
Do you ever think there could be peace? I mean, the mouth is a hellscape, right? Is rehabilitation possible in a place like that?
The creatures don't have free will like you. They're bound to the darkness in their hearts. It's what they traded freely when they accepted the power of being a Mouther. What people don't know is that Rune Warriors used to have Rune Beast, and every single Mouther used to be a Rune Beast. It's a long, complicated story, but that's why we've abandoned it. Masters have stopped training new people to learn it. You know what's going to really drive you up the wall, Emmerich?
I don't know. It could be a lot of things. What are you thinking?
The original sins aren't even really Mouthers. They were put in that prison, but they themselves are not true Mouthers. They're just Rune Warriors that are so powerful that it turned them into monsters that they betrayed Zion.
So was it because they had the potential or because they tried?
Well, they did manage to stab Zion, draw his blood before he put him in that prison. But if you ask me, if you're as powerful as them and you're in the one place that Mouthers can be destroyed forever, many of the Mouthers just get in line. But not me. Oh, I wish they would try. Oh, I wish. I can't remember if it was your group or Wednesday's group. Well, you guys Wednesday group and they were Tuesday group.
Me and Cloudy were Tuesday, Average and Sakura were Wednesday.
Because I know one of the groups that met Gothea had to stop from going to Vorgrizel's court because he would have gotten fucked up.
That we went to the court. I think he
Yeah.
didn't show up. I think he actually did have to stay behind. Or let's stay in the crown, I think.
Yeah,
One or the other.
I think that was the moment you tricked him to get in the crown, and then he was like just trapped forever.
Probably.
But anyways, the spoiler, he was not messing with these things. But Gothea gives you like a lot of lore because that's been his home for a long time. He actually hasn't really been in there too much because he's been with Palm. But when Palm was first rising to power, which he just explains to you, he had to spend another 15 years in there or so as she gathered her armies. The floor that Palm controlled, but she eventually did seize control of an entire floor, was relatively lawful. Maybe reformation, is that what it's called? It's possible.
Yeah, maybe as long as the person in charge doesn't go crazy too.
Mm-hmm. She said she captured 1,000 Mouthers, but she lied.
What was it, 999 or?
No, only a little more than 100.
Oh,
That's still a lot.
I mean, versus the former, it's great.
Well, she did have thousands of Darklings, the foot soldiers. It's very rare for a Darkling to be a massive threat. Obviously, the Jailer series is a little different since they're meant to contain the Mouthers. They're nearly as powerful as them, some stronger.
So we've seen.
Oh, you've encountered a strong Darkling?
I believe they were called some sort of Cerberus.
Ah, the Cerberus. Ugly buggered, huh?
Nearly claimed the lives of one of our own.
Who was it?
The big one in the back.
That's how make them low priority should we ever get into a conflict with each other.
Have you ever fought one?
I did.
How'd that go for you?
It was a good battle. It was slightly. He was a little. Sure, he was a bitch. But do consider you probably fought him as a group. I had to fight him 1v1.
You're also larger than most of us.
Yet smaller than your friend that got fucked up.
You're also part male there.
And you all are massive room warriors.
Of which you have the benefit of your own.
That's true. And if I was more intelligent, I would keep one up in you. But since I've lost the argument, I'm just going to say, fuck you.
You are very much impressive, Gothea.
Tell me more.
What was that? My headset cut out.
He said, tell me more.
I would, but I believe we're about to reach our destination.
That indeed. But should you ever face the Cerberus again, allow me to provide you with information regarding their capabilities and their strategies. And he warned you a few of the properties of the Cerberus. But in the meantime, we'll just share you the actual handout of all the meta info strategically wise. Now this one online, so I had to be vague. Where it comes from and why it endlessly patrols, no one knows. However, it comes from the mouth that feeds, and it patrols to stop the mouths from getting released.
And me too.
Yeah, it's also important that if you do use shield against him, he can just destroy your shield spells to hit you. All right. With that said, though, yeah, we're pulling into the station now, and Gothea tells you you could send some Alders, right?
Yeah. Well, to a certain degree.
I suspect it'd be harder with me and your party. Same is true, but I sense there's a rune warrior at the station we're about to arrive at.
Okay. Doesn't mean they're friendly.
No, Palmer's employed, and deployed many rune warriors with the promise of being a rune mountain. She constantly showed me off, which I didn't mind.
Wait, what, really?
Some people, all they care about is power, for revenge, for control, for power, and using me as an example of what you can achieve as a rune warrior in the Mouther worked in her favor. She has a few rune warriors in her position. You should be careful who you trust. I don't even know all of them. Palm wasn't exactly trusting even of the people she kept around longest. Maybe if she was, Mother Nature or her other friends could have prevented her from falling into the dark side. Oh, look! We're here. It pulls into the station. And it's actually well lit here at the station. And you could see there's definitely a battle here. There's not a lot of corpses because you'll see skeletons and stuff from the people who fought here, the residents, but darklings and mouthies, eventually they turn to ash and disappear. So you're not going to see a lot of dead enemies unless they were recently defeated. So just consider that. But let's move you guys to the map now. As you guys pull into the station, You haven't exited the train yet, but you can see what you can see and whatnot. Oh, and it's up here now. And Sora's down here. I'm going to stay on the train until you give me the coast is clear. If there is a friendly room warrior, he may spew into combat against me immediately, and I'll have to kill him.
Amber's gonna go to the other cart to let Sora and Kai know that we're here.
He just slowly unravels himself and tries to stretch to the best visibility, taking up like half the train car.
Really gonna need to like get like an oversized doggy door or something.
Yeah, can you get out or?
Yep. So if he goes to the back door that's not damaged yet, he'll damage it, but he'll be able to leave. So you can like go down here. Otherwise, you'd have to break this connection. That's probably not a good idea.
Could
He'll just have to foot the bill, unfortunately.
Oh no, city property. Let's go.
could he possibly tear open one of the windows?
I think you can break it. Now that it's not driving, you won't immediately get left behind and stuff. You can break out a window and move through it.
Okay, just gotta leave a giant opening in the third cart.
There you go.
Just hear like cracking sounds as he readjusts himself.
Man, this place is in ruin.
Hmm.
When you get out, you see that there is a sizable military force here, about 50 troops, each of the swarms representing about 25. A captain here, Bruno, which, let me double check something. And then there is also the individual on the far left, which I think you should be able to see because those are see-through windows. Gilmore.
Oh, there's actually survivors still. That's good news. Sora will hop off Kai and hop into the center. Hello! We made it! We managed to make it down here.
See, the military has like all their weapons drawn and pointed towards Reinhold.
Oh, no. That's just a rune warrior. He just looks a bit scary right now.
He just lowers himself, chin to the floor.
Puppy eyes? No. Captain Bruno walks forward slowly. Rune warriors?
I am son Sora of the Aku. This is Reinhold Kai. We have come to help with the invasion.
So few and far between are the allies you meet along the way since this place has begun to fall. We have so many gates and so many protections, but the enemy somehow came from within, bypassed all of that and threw us into disarray. Now there's so few soldiers still fighting, so few of us still alive.
No need to worry, Captain. We are the Elderverse, some of the few new masters of the world, and we've come to aid you.
I've heard of the 4 verses and the 5, but the Elder verses, that's new.
Our mastery is recent, and along with us we have employed unexpected help.
Oh, you're saying you are new?
Yes.
Oh, that's excellent.
Along with our party, we do have an unconventional member who is deemed wanting to help. He is still in the train, but we can guarantee he intends to aid in the stopping of this invasion.
Well, just whispers, can we?
And Sora looks over her shoulder. What do you want me to do? But allow everyone else to introduce themselves.
I mean, he just waits for the rest of you to introduce yourselves.
I don't know if we should.
I'm out.
Well, I don't know who to say I am at this point.
Wait a second. You. And one of the soldiers has this wanted poster. He looks at it. We almost believed you, son Sor of the Aku.
Huh?
And he looks at the big beast, Reinhold, and then back to Amrit, who they have a wanted.
Hey, don't get the wrong idea.
And then they do spot one of you, actually the most famous person in the party. And they looked in Lilith's direction, and then just past her to the person who destroyed the entire city. Wait a second. You're Phoenix.
Put up on Shadow of Soldier. Does a lazy 2-finger salute. Don't worry, if we wanted to kill you, we already would have. Trust us, we're here to help.
Not a way to ingratiate yourself into someone's good graces. Lilith just sighs and steps forward. Yes, we are a very colorful bunch. But we do mean you well. I am Lilith, second to Mother Nature, and her successor.
Excellent. Well, he gets nervous. As much as the news surrounding Phoenix is rather dark and grim and a personality to match, we do know that she's a legendary hero. That means you are who you say you are. And Lilith, I've heard your name a few times as well. We're preparing this train on the left side to take survivors out of the mountain. We can give you some advice and a pass into the kingdom's main hall, but you'll need to lock the moment you enter. We cannot spare you any troops, just information and the key to the city.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to put your men into harm's way, especially with who we're anticipating we're up against.
So you're aware of who the threat may be?
We are. And because of that, I want you to get your men as far away from here as possible, taking any refugees with you.
We don't need a guide. We know the way.
Understood. We'll have to speak to our commander for further instructions.
Let them know that the threat is graver than any you've ever faced before.
And he speaks to this gentleman for a moment. You guys can talk amongst yourself if you want, or we can skip to the part Gilmore comes out. Does not matter to me.
When did I start looking like the untrustworthy one?
It's by association.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe we should have painted my whole body when we got to the doorway. Didn't know it was
Hopefully
a
it'll
face to
come in
look
handy
for.
eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll work once we get there.
Because so far I started to think everyone thinks you're sketchy. Which, even on a good day en route.
Yeah. It's not that I don't understand.
And does nothing for your Riz appeal, I suppose.
I still don't know what that means.
Honestly, I don't understand its meaning much more than you these days.
So
Right.
you're using words that you don't even understand.
Not so much understand, just know the intent behind it.
It's fun. You should try it sometime, Lilith.
I think I'll take a pass for now.
When do we discuss the jacked elephant in the room?
I'm kind of surprised he hasn't come out of the train yet.
Let's just wait until we get a green light.
Okay, you see Gilmore come out. Excellent. More additions to help with the recapturing of the city. I am Gilmore Goodhart, an automaton from the era of Metal Rain, repurposing the city as one of its prime defenders, and Master Rune Warrior of the Light.
Nice to make your acquaintance.
We've sealed the city, but we'll give you the proper key to the city in order to re-enter it. There may be people there that need to be rescued still. We're prioritizing the commons. It seems that the bulk of the assault was on the prison, the Knight's Ward, and the Lord's Keep, which is pretty much where all of our primary government facilities were, versus the market and the commoner wards. Have you dealt with any enemies of note yet? And are there still enemies of note that you're tracking and actively dealing with?
On the way in, we dispatched against some of the jailers. One particularly large Cerberus.
Ah, yes, the Cerberus. There's another Cerberus somewhere in here. You should know, however, that the Cerberus is here destroying Darklings and Malthers. But it does attack unbiased. The Cerberus has never ever been free from the mouth that feeds. Everything it sees, it thinks an enemy. That doesn't mean it can be your friend, but you may just well get out of its way and let it continue its rampage versus having to take it down yourself, as long as there's no innocence around. It may prove a useful tool. But of course, it'll be tough to keep such a powerful creature from destroying you. I'm just letting you know and understand its position that it's not a part of the enemy's forces entirely.
Just an extremely dangerous third party.
Absolutely. Eventually, it will need to be defeated. But if you do see a crowd of Darklings running, it's probably from the Cerberus.
Are there any other threats in the city, such as a third party or any of note?
Yeah, Night Chapter has always been in this area. Pinpointing their location has been a secret. We've never been able to absolve ourselves of them. But we do know Night Chapter's here. Some of their assassins are doing their own thing in the chaos. Perhaps their order has finally fallen. Whether they're going to be friend or enemy, 50-50, I wager. We met a few that helped us escape from the Knight's quarters, and then we met a few that decided that they were going to embrace their murderous intent and use the chaos to kill without control. What a thuggish group of people. Anyone associated with them now or ever cannot be trusted.
But it does seem that they're no
Totally.
longer of one accord. So, perhaps like you say, their order may have either fallen or become in disarray.
Perhaps. Speaking of, you, Captain Bruno tells me that you're not Terma,
That's correct.
but you look
course,
exactly
we-
like him.
That's my
also
fault.
correct.
Twins.
Idea is that we get there, they think I'm him.
And you what? Kill Theos and end night chapter in our city?
That's the idea.
Interesting. Well, hold on. You see, it's been harder to track the Darklings and Malthus. There's so many of them running about. But I sense a powerful one nearby. Brace yourselves for combat.
Oh, about that. That is our unexpected help. I'll go get him.
You hear of the train. You want to fight me?
No. They're not here to fight. They're rescuing people.
I will not go quietly.
They are not here for you. They are not here to fight. Okay.
Courtesy love. Prothea looks at you. But he said to prepare for battle.
Because they thought you were the battle.
I'm always the battle.
Yeah, but they're not here to fight you.
Our battle is not with them.
They're going to help us get to the battle.
I want to make something perfectly clear as Prothea, the Golden Warrior of the galaxy. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. You're an automaton. If I was racist, I'd have a lot to say about Metal Rain, good sir. But I'm only a little racist, so I won't.
Okay. Listen, he's with us, all right? Let's all just calm down.
See Gilmore go. Your group is very interesting. I'm worried that perhaps giving you the key to the city may not be the wisest, but we are without option. Luckily, there is comfort seeing you here, Lilith. And she takes the key out, or he takes the key out and he gives it to you. It looks more like a badge that you would slot in something versus what you probably expected a key to look like.
A key?
I will make sure this is the right decision.
I'm sorry about the soldiers, myself, and Bruno. Literally everything we've ever known is being destroyed before our eyes in the blink of an eye. So everyone's cautious, everyone's on edge.
You have nothing to apologize for.
Give you some advice, Lilith. This will only get you into the main court. You'll need the mask maker's permission to bypass the system that will lead you towards the noble wards. The mask maker will more than likely still be alive and safe, as it's very hard to reach him. But regardless, that's how you'll advance in the next section. This will only grant you entry to the city and to the treasury, not that you need to go there. But there is equipment and stuff there, I suppose. But perhaps leave the gold for whenever we recapture the city. We'll need it to recover.
I understand. You said it was difficult to make it to the mask maker. How do we make it to them?
Well, for one, hopefully he'll be able to sense your intent. The mask maker is attuned to the entire city like one would be attuned to a magic item. But the closer you are to his ward, it's like the closer you are to his core, his heart, to his natural hearing, etc. Once you're in his vicinity, you may find your own ways to contact the maker. Unfortunately, as an automaton, I was never given this information. There are many biases here in the city of Thralls.
And she'll look to the group, see if there's any other questions to be had.
I'm good to go.
And Lilith looks back to Gilmore. Well, thank you so much for your help. And you have my word that we'll do our best to minimize the destruction to your city.
Thank you, Lilith. He steps aside, and the soldiers step aside. He gives you the crest to open the commons. Not the commons, to open the courts.
All right, everyone. We have work to do. Let's get them their city back.
Are we going through there, or I thought we were loading up on the next train?
No. You're going through here. The next train is being prepared for the refugees to escape.
Got it.
Gothea walks over to Gilmore and tells him, "Listen, now I said I was a little racist. It's cats. I hate cats. I don't care what kind of cat it is. I hate it. Just to be clear." And he keeps walking.
No one tell him that Uth exists.
Captain Bruno curiously just tells him, like, why cats? Because I ain't never been a... And he continues.
Wow.
All right, you guys make your way through the halls. However, what I will say, when you guys get into those halls, it's going to be a very tight squeeze for everyone's favorite dragon.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, until you breach a larger area, you're going to be constantly squeezing here.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to show yourself up on the squeezing rules. May be necessary, but it pretty much boils down to disadvantage on attack and difficult terrain.
Got it.
Half movement. Your attacks are at disadvantage. Attacks against you are at advantage.
Got it.
There you go. It's pretty much just that simple. All right, let's move you guys to the next section. As you guys enter through the main city. I'm surprised half you guys are like, we're just going to get on that rescue train and go.
No, we're here to help.
I was confused.
No, it's basically. Okay, let me just make sure everything is set up correctly. Everything looks good.
All right, everyone. Be cautious. There could be some things in wait.
You heard him. Be cautious. Unless you're me, then be uncautious.
You can uncautiously step in front of me. You're a bit beefier than I.
Excellent. Yes, I am far more beefier.
Yeah, we got this, Gothea.
Oh, I got this.
No, I got this.
Okay.
Again, we all got this.
Speaking of which,
They appear to be in a stasis. Perhaps they're sleeping.
oh,
So can you sense where Palm is exactly or what?
When I'm closer, yes. She's definitely not on this level.
Good to know.
that could be a problem for later.
What?
What do you see?
Oh, look down that hallway.
You said that's a later problem, or are these things moving at all?
They're sleeping.
They are. Let's keep moving.
All right. Now, aren't you going that way? That leads to the courts. The other way leads back to the rails.
Well, looks like we have to get through them.
Just keep quiet. Don't touch him.
En route.
What?
My boyfriend,
What, does he want to go first, or?
he's a bit wide.
I have an idea, but it's gonna need somebody to be a roadblock.
Well, we have two, so
Arguably just one.
It involves a lot of fire.
Armor just looks to Golthea.
I put my suntan lotion on.
Good.
And
Just lotioning up like legit.
she has to sort of step aside. Well, so long as you can hold the line against a horde of enemies while they are burning alive, this should be quick.
Yes. If they weren't burning alive, I could still hold the line. No, there was one time where I had to hold the door and I failed, but that's not a conversation for today.
But basically, she's just going to throw down a wall of fire, like 60 feet, like all the way there.
Okay.
Not sure if we need initiative for that, or
Yeah, I mean, while they're sleeping, you can do that. Let me move you, Emmer, just so you can stand and actually like plug that hole.
Yeah.
Roll me the first instance, and then they survive, then we'll worry about initiative. Time to strip away. I'm clicking a lot of buttons. What is it? Dex save 17. 27 or having a success.
don't think I've ever had a, a moment where wall of fire could be this deadly.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more time because apparently the script was like, "Fuck you." Let me refresh. Maybe it was maybe I need to refresh the script.
Yeah, roll 20's been acting up on my end too.
Oh, has it?
Been having to like relog constantly in order to even check my sheet.
Curse, you roll 20.
Debbie roll 20!
There we go. It's supposed to be faster. Press a button. Noise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and most of them have less than 10 hit points. I'm gonna say go out there, runs into the fire, takes an instance of damage, and does the rest.
I said hold.
I am holding. They next, and he starts cracking the neck. I roll me an instance of damage against him.
Okay.
Oh no.
He just willingly fails it just because he wants to see how powerful you are. Noted. Keep you in the middle priority should we become enemies.
And she'll release it to not absolutely cook him.
Has he been measuring all of you so far?
Yeah.
Has he said where I stand?
Not yet.
Well done, Golthea.
I just picked off the weaklings. Your friend here, Mother Nature's daughter, was it? Or was it Mother Nature's wife? Or...
Second.
Yeah, but what does that even mean?
Means I'll be her successor one day.
Oh, I had a whole different idea. I thought you were seconds, and I was like, whoa, she's cheating on her husband.
She doesn't
She's
have
married?
a husband.
Oh, okay, yes. Oh, you guys don't know? Oh,
Don't know what. We don't have time to dive into lore.
we can't talk about it right now, no. But Palm told me something interesting about Mother Nature.
I'm interested, but we'll put a pin in it. Fuck.
Ooh boy, it smells like
yeah.
rotten bacon.
After you, my lady. The Phoenix.
Oh god, that's a lot of bodies.
Are these darklings too, Golthea?
Yeah. They're misshapen. They're some of the most basic of the Darklings.
Hey, be careful with this doorknob.
We got one very powerful technique that's only as strong as its user, making them a threat no matter what they do.
Of course, she rolled a crit.
Oof. Pretty bad actually.
Are you ready?
Yep. Try and open it up easy. There could be more. Oh,
It's locked and the knob still hurts.
Oh. Does it look like I have like a slot for a badge or something?
I look at anything, any locking mechanism.
Yeah, there's several symbols. They look more like art, but having one of the keys, you would know that one of them is it's like a random one, like on the 9th row on the far left, that you can slot this into. Just a clever
Yeah.
way of like masking a key while also being a keyhole.
Yeah, this should be it.
And Lilith walks up and slots the badge in.
Door slowly just rolls open.
careful, Amrut. This place looks infested.
That guy did say to lock this behind us, right?
Indeed.
What are these things?
They look like flies, but they're entirely composed of meat.
You got a big butt, but I'll help you. He's like pushing Reinhold to get him there. Oh, cow! There we go.
There's like a bunch of viscera just like launches forward at the statue because he kind of just acted like a snow shovel.
Ew.
Did you hear what I heard when I was pushing you?
Didn't hear a thing, no.
Let me describe it to you best I can. From behind, you look nice, Reinhold.
Excuse me?
But anyway, let's get back to work.
But
Lilith will lock the door behind us.
It shuts and seals. And luckily, you still have the key for whenever it's necessary. But Golthe would tell you briefly, flesh or flies. Independently, they're not too much of a threat unless provoked. But they usually just eat the corpses and bodies left behind in battle. But if any of you were to go unconscious or even sleep, they would probably assault you. They'd pick off easy prey.
Noted.
I mean, there's an unseen threat or predator nearby.
Probably. Well, you all do whatever you have to do. When there's a fight, I'll help. In the meantime, I'm going to sit over here and take a dump.
Oh. Well, I'm not cleaning that.
Yeah, you guys see that this is like the main courtyard. The statue I'm moving for a second, Reinhold, just has it at the bottom now. Welcome to Moth Mourn, the city of the future in the past. And then there's signatures from the heroes who helped establish this place for the thralls that were taken over by the mind flayers and automatons and stuff as a sanctuary, a piece of their own place. And then you just see like sign-in desk, books, history, ledgers, all kinds of stuff that kind of details the city since its creation. But it's torn to all shit too, so.
Phoenix will hop down and browse through the books real quick to see if there's anything that stands out to her.
Sure, investigation or perception. Yeah, so I mean, it takes you some time, but you do notice that there are a few interesting books here. I mean, it's the city of automatons. You know, the closest thing we had to Metal Rain. So it's a lot. About half of these books are related to the Metal Rain Wars.
She's gonna pick one that looks most interesting to her and put it in her bag.
So you don't you pick a book that's interesting to you. But what's more interesting to you is, over here above the table, there's a frame, and it has 5 issues of the Metal Rain Wars, Wizards Weekly editions.
She has 49 and 53. Do any of these happen to be numbered in between those two?
You said 49 and 53?
Yeah.
Well, let's do a random generation number. There are 20 of them. So I'm going to that depict the main war. There's 5 here. Let's see what these are. Maybe get a duplicate. Now we gotta do map. Map is hard, but there's the first issue of Metal Rain, which I believe you have. And there's the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th issue. Wow, those all rode pretty low. So yeah, I think they're just beyond your issue, and then 1 duplicate.
Yeah, she wants to take some of these with her. I'm gonna screenshot that and figure out their numbers later.
Yeah, I did it, and I was like, oh man, I gotta figure out what number they correlate to. But pretty much from the start issue and above, you know. All right. Any of the rest of you doing anything?
Sora is just, while everyone's kind of investigating the room, she's walking around just making sure there's nothing unseen that's prowling around.
Sure, you do perception.
All right. Do.
Yeah, so for 16, you can see that there are some kind of swarms all the way to the right on the light, which there should be a light on the right. They're just a lot of the flesher flies kind of piled up, swarming together. They look a little more aggressive, but they'll probably still leave you alone if you don't mess with them. Your concern, though, is that if any of you guys go down or faint, these things are going to immediately swarm and attack you. Other than that, you can hear someone struggling to the left. It's very quiet, like panting heavily, not like in a fight or something. Struggling to probably stay alive.
Hey, I hear someone down there.
Let's go help them.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's not a trick, but I'll be quick.
Yeah, depends on who it is.
Gonna press her back against this wall. Is she hearing it more to the north or the south?
To the north.
Ah. Oh my god, one of you lived.
What?
By Zion, are you alright?
Well, hold on, Sora.
What's your name?
The Forgiver.
The Forgiver. How
That's
can
not
we
a
help
name.
you?
Help yourselves. Get out of this forsaken city. It has fallen.
Lilith, he needs help.
And this is one of the city folk?
Yeah, look like a Thrall. It's like a police officer here, I guess, or whatever equivalent to a guard is.
Gotcha. Let's see what I got in my repertoire. Alright. Well, my base level one, we got...
You see the Thrall enforcer like sees you approach him, and he just tells you, "No, it's too late."
Based on her own judgment, can she make a medicine check to see?
Sure, for sure.
Oof.
No, you think it's a long shot that any spell you need, it would need to be a max roll. So if it's a cure wounds, it would need to be an 8. 1 through 7 won't help him. He's fading from this world quickly.
Do you think a potion would help him?
What about a concentrated healing spirit?
Possibly, because you get multiple instances. I'd say he'd probably perish after the third one, so you'd have 3 chances to get a max roll, following the same guidelines of needing the maximum it can provide in one instance.
So healing spirit away. You said 3 rolls, so we'll roll 3d6.
Yeah, because at that he'll die eventually. I mean, he's just bleeding out so much.
Nope.
Oh,
So eventually he opens his hands. You give him enough energy to tell you something very important. If to find the maker, he watches the light of your healing spirit. He puts his hand out. You'll need this, and he gives you a second badge, like the one that got you in here, but a different symbol. Go to the far right corner. To the north, they're insect. But just know it can't be killed.
And she'll make sure to close his eyes if they're open. And she just mutters in Sylvan, I pray that you find your rest.
May the winds guide you on a calmer path, the Forgiver. Let's end this, Lilith.
She nods and stands back up.
The far right corner. We'll have to get by those aggressive flies, but there's another creature that apparently cannot die, so we must be careful.
And when you say that, you see the rocks explode. Right, all the way down this hall. It's got hundreds of bodies spewed on it, and most of them are Thralls.
We have contact to the rear.
And with that, let's take a 10-minute break.
oh shit.
Cannot be killed skills, it cannot be stopped. Though you should consider that the Thrawn forces are nowhere near as powerful as you guys.
Mhm.
With that said, it does have 100 corpse on its back, and it's looking at you, wondering it's about to be 101. Take your turn.
Okay. Sora is going to run forward, sticking her staff into the ground here to pole vault jump over Lilith. So that's going to be 10 feet for that running start, then leap the maximum, because why not, for 35 feet of movement. Whoa. And she's going to, as her bonus action, or she's going to attempt to swing out with her staff first, so swing.
Okay. You try to attack it, and one of the dead bodies lifts up his hand and catches the staff, and then goes limp again.
Oh, that is just diabolical.
Same thing, but a different body this time lifts up his leg, and you kind of break his foot unexpectedly as it blocks to protect the cadaver.
All right, it can use the bodies. Be careful. So that was 40 feet of movement. Sora is going to use 10 feet of movement, make a leap. Now we'll just show off a bit, because that's all our extra movement. DOT. Bonus action to get up on the staff. DOT.
Before you go, Reinhold, the cadaver moves forward, and he sees Aiden and attacks Aiden. As Aiden kind of poises himself defensively in front of you. As you see him literally walk and attack in the same motion. A 22 for 13 bludgeoning and 11 necrotic. And Reinhold, it's your turn.
Count as magical.
Let me check if the cadaver is default magical. It does not. Obviously, the necrotic is full there, so the bludgeoning won't be.
Yeah, and it was 11 apiece, right?
13 bludgeoning, 11 necrotic. Reinhold, God!
All right. I am in a very bad position, but you know what? I'll make it freaking work. Seeing the creature just kind of come around the corner, Reinhold just like lurches his arm around the corner to the best visibility and tries to grab onto it. Good old grapple. Would it be flat? Yeah, it's attack roll technically, so yeah, that'd flatten out. Since I still got rage running. Bam. Ooh, that's a 13. Not the best.
All right. Can I fail that? It is possible.
That's
24.
Okay. First one as one of the bodies just like it helps to deflect his arm off. He grits his teeth and tries once more.
Yeah, like it doesn't even block. You successfully grab the cadaver, and it releases the body you grabbed. And you just pull up the body, and now it's just in your hand.
Okay. Tosses it into the prior room.
Same thing on the second one. You just kind of grab another body. He's got like a few dozen thralls on him.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It hasn't been damaged yet, has it?
No.
Damn. Okay. Honestly, there's not much of a difference if I reckless or not, so gonna reckless attack, bonus action, 100 teeth.
No, the difference is you won't be at disadvantage. So there's a little difference. But your enemy won't have advantage against you, it's true, because they already have.
Yeah.
So a 22 does connect.
Okay. Chomping for 8.
Noise.
Alrighty. With that, I can't exactly do much else. You'll see.
Amrit, you see the cadaver lift up his hands and summon ghostly figures around him. And get those down now. Where are they? There we go. He summons specters, which you can watch him like electrify the corpse, and then while it's being electrified Frankenstein style, the body animates briefly and then falls back down as spirits rise about him. 3 spirits specifically.
Interesting. So it's almost like powered by the corpses. Well, their bodies. Can Amrit use his blood bending ability to like try and pull the bodies off of this thing so he stops like using them?
He's got 18 bodies. You could start that, but it'd be a long time to get them all off. I mean, obviously I'm not going to suggest you do one at a time. I'd probably give you like 3 or 4 with a check.
I'll give it a shot.
All right, he's got 18 bodies left. So your normal check was like a strength save against him, but if you want to focus on just the bodies, you can make a rune DC check, which is a D20 plus whatever your rune is, to try to pull multiple bodies off. Wait, no, you have a Hemocraft modifier, don't you?
I do, yeah. I could just use that.
Yeah, so D20 Hemocraft proficiency.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, that's really great. All right. So I'll give you the maximum I was willing to give you, which I was willing to give you 5. And you pull 5 bodies off of it.
Yeah, probably a little gross, but he just like reaches forward, and you'll just see like the bodies like shake off of the machine, and eventually he'll just pull them free and like push them behind it.
Excellent. You actually know that this is not Palm's people. I don't know whether you want to be vocal about it or not, but these are deployed by Night Chapter. They kept 1 or 2 in the base, usually to collect the children or failed assassins, stuff like that. It's pretty grim.
This is of their making, not Palm's. For what it's worth. Okay, I assume that was my action, right?
Yeah. You also know, which is why the soldier said it can't be killed, is that as long as it has at least 1 corpse on its body, it's impossible to reduce it to 0 hit points.
Okay. Now, I'm hasted. Can I go for a second shot?
Yeah.
Pull some more off? Cool. Let's see.
Okay, I'll give you 2 more.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you guys are room masters, so I'm a lot more open to like you using your abilities creatively. Because you guys are so powerful that you should be able to solve everything with not just damage numbers. In any case, Phoenix, you're up.
Phoenix is going to take a moment to activate the hyperdrive on Shadow Wolf, basically heroism. And he is going to go in there and he is going to do his howl. Let me get in, so every ally within 30 feet has advantage on their next attack they perform before the end of their next turn. Given his size, can he stand here to try to protect Lilith at all, or is that too many creatures in an area?
So for the size rules, you have to be 2 sizes larger. I'd let you stand on top of Amrit, but not an enemy.
Okay.
I mean, let's see, if it climb speed, he can go upside down to the ceiling.
He does have a climb speed of 40 feet.
Ooh. Yeah, the ceiling's tall enough that he can do that.
Fantastic. So this wolf is hanging upside down. Does the specter still count as within 5? Well, actually, he'll hang in the middle then.
Yeah. The ceiling's only 15 feet high, so you're still within your reach, being a large creature.
Okay, because he wants the defense protocol is to protect an ally that's within 5 feet of him.
I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
All right. E-O-T.
I mean, can you use your turn, or do you have to use your turn to?
My turn was putting Terra on.
Oh, right. My bad.
So hopefully he lasts longer.
Lilith, before you go, you see all the specters swipe. One swipes you, one swipes Shadow Wolf, one swipes Aiden. And while they're attacking you, they're warning you where they're going to attack you. Left move. Okay, against their will, you can see that these are the Thralls, souls ripped from their bodies, under the command of the cadaver. And we got a few trains coming out. Okay. All right. They do have disadvantage, but with disadvantage, they're still hitting you.
Okay.
You should be happy.
Are one of those going towards Lilith?
Yes.
That's what he was going. We'll use his reaction to do defense protocol with Lilith. Well, that's such a lot of places, though. I don't know. Given he's on the roof, I didn't think that through. He can't swap places with Lilith.
I'd say he'd swap to the nearest unoccupied space, so up north, and then Lilith can move like down here.
That would be awesome.
So would a 17 hit Shadow Wolf though?
It would not.
Excellent, so misses. So if they didn't have disadvantage, it would have been a natural 20 against you, but you can see the spirits are trying to resist the cadaver's control. Lilith, it's really a horrible scene being such a natural creature to see their life so unnaturally twisted from their bodies. But we do have two more attacks, a 13 and another 17 against Aiden.
He is in his armor with his AC of 20.
Excellent, so you miss. All these assaults miss thanks to Shadow Wolf and your Master of the Rune. Take your turn, my lady.
All right. You see with this new display from the cadaver, her normal calm demeanor just twists into a scowl. How dare you disrupt the natural cycle? And let's see. Well, I was going to be disengaging because I was in the middle of all of that. But let's see if that opens up the option. Well, alright. Some new options may have been opened up for me. Okay. Alright. So, I am going... I'm gonna cast Frostbite onto the automaton, the cadaver.
Alright, what I have to do? Con save?
Yeah.
Oof, it's pretty good at con. 22.
Alright. As he tries to try to freeze up some of its cogs and gears and its joints, unable to find any purchase. Let's come over here. And she is going to break engagement. What's up?
Sorry, what's that?
I was just saying she's going to break engagement.
Yeah,
Get
that's
the back lines.
All All right. Sorry, I thought you said something else. But yeah, the Spectre is trying to attack you. It's going to miss.
5, 10, 15, 20. Let's see. And then she will bonus action. We'll do a 3rd level healing spirit.
And you use the you like the light one, right?
Yeah. Alright. And whoever.
Give me control of it in a second.
Yeah, and then whoever steps into it will just get 8 healing.
Okay, you should have control of it to put it wherever you summoned it.
Right. We'll put it there for now. And as for Aiden, I don't like him being that far up at the moment. So we'll have him disengage. Coming right here. I think that's fine for now. Yeah, that'll do. That way Emmerich doesn't get completely surrounded.
By the way, if he was in armored mode, did you consider he would have temp?
He gets temp?
It's on your handout. And his armored said he has some temporary hit points that last until you leave it or switch back into it.
And oh no, that part had completely eluded me. No, equal to your level. Okay. So yeah, I owe him some hit points.
Yeah, I saw you like took all his hit points. I was like, hold up now.
Jesus. Okay.
Wait a minute.
When you leave that state, if you re-enter it, they re-up. So that's a little way to re-up it. Just consider that if you have temp and you leave it, they go away too. So.
Okay. But she's already used her bonus action for now. So that'll be it.
For sure, but I'm happy I told you. I didn't realize you didn't know.
Yeah, missed that fact.
All right, well, here's a cool fact. By cool, I mean not cool. He absorbs one of the corpse on his body and returns to full health. Whoa! And then there's something flashing in your mind. He can't be killed.
Because he was number 1.
Yeah. The cadaver spends his turn resuming full control of the specters. Even on the opportunity attack, for example, it had disadvantage. The specters tried their damnedest not to hurt you. And even though you're probably going to have to put them down, by probably I mean certainly, just remember who they were and not what they've become. With that said, they all kind of disperse throughout the battlefield. And the cadaver moves. And he just marches right up to you, Amaret, to attack you and Aiden, but won't this turn. The Spectres, however, will be attacking as he uses his action to consume complete control here and forward. One attack against you, Amaret, one attack against Shadow Wolf, one attack against Reinhold, top down, left, right, drill. 1, 2, 3. A 10 against Shadow Wolf, a 22 against Amaret, and a natural 20 against Reinhold.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Amaret, I only rolled 9 necrotic damage against you.
Okay, whoa.
But I need a con save because it might come out of your max hit points instead of just your regular hit points.
Wait, am I resistant to the necrotic now?
I don't know. I know Phoenix is fucking immune or some shit.
Let me pull up mine. I'll roll the concept regardless, but. Oh, I'm immune actually.
All right, so it swipes through your body, and the con save says you lose hit points equal to the damage taken. If you cannot take damage, obviously you do not need to roll it. So you hard counted the specters. Obviously, they can see that they don't harm you at all. If they swipe through your body and they don't grab any essence of your life, They turn their attention towards another target, but for you, Emerald, oh, what a glorious moment.
He'll like look down, see nothing happen to him, and look back up. Huh.
Alright, Reinhold, you don't think you're as lucky.
Yeah.
It'd been nice if they crit Emerald, but here we are.
Yep.
Oh god. Alright, so you're taking a total of 16 necrotic damage. So not excessive on the crit, but still annoying. And I need that con save because it might come out of your maximum hit points, which makes healing a lot harder.
Got it. Let's see. Come on. Bop. Oh god. Yeah, let's not deal with max HP reduction. Yeah, I got an inspo. There we go.
Excellent.
Actually,
what?
oh, never mind. I don't have resistance anymore. So yeah.
So if you make the save, you don't have reduce your maximum hit points. You still obviously take the damage, but you don't need to worry about not having all your fucking hit points for a long ass time.
Okay. How much was it again?
It was 16 necrotic.
Got it.
The cadaver took his turn to resume control, so he's done. Thea is looking at an adult magazine right now. Phoenix, you room masters have that covered, or do you need help?
I mean, you're missing out on the fun. I'm starting to think you're all talk and no action.
Well, hold on now. I'm action and then talk.
Uh-huh.
Let me at him. Where is he? Hey, you! I've got a point to prove. I'll read this dirty magazine later. He dashes and he just tells everyone, like, you guys, make space. There's nowhere else he can actually end his turn. No.
Oof.
He does not have the climb speed. But he does have a range attack. Let me see how it is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I would have dashed to get this part too. All right, so he dashes into the fray. He points at the cadaver and he goes, you look like a discounted version of me. So you're up.
Okay. Just checking the range on one thing. But from what I can tell, when he dislodges their bodies, or he seems to have not only control over their like physical forms, but he seems to have control over spirit as well, correct?
Of the specters?
The cadaver seems to have control over their souls as well. Correct?
Yeah. He's holding them hostage completely. Their souls, their bodies. It's really awful.
I wish to use my ability to rend the souls from him.
Nice.
Oh.
So maybe not used for damage, but to separate the souls that he has control over.
Oh, he could possibly splice all the ones he has left. What's the area?
I'm just going to do a single target onto him to try and separate whatever spirits are attached to him, if that's all right.
Sure, I think that's appropriate.
So Sora sees that this cadaver is constantly manipulating these souls that are crying out in anguish and pain, and she narrows her eyes and her vision begins to glow. There's no law or fundamental right that gives you the allowance to cause such misery. I give freedom to those you have tortured.
Okay. I'm gonna make the save now. Oh, he found a stat he's not good at.
Hey.
Surprising to no one. He's not very charismatic. He gets a 12. So what I'll do is I'll reduce that to half for you. And let you choose to do the 32 damage to the creature or literally soul rend those last 10 bodies off of him.
Sora's gonna soul rend those bodies off of him.
All right, nice. So between you and Amaret, you're able to get all these bodies off them and or make them no longer usable because their souls have been rendered.
And the way this looks, because this is not meant to be violent towards the souls, Sora points her quarterstaff and this rainbow of light shoots out, and once its light envelops all of these bodies, the souls finally see they're no longer locked, and that they are free to go. May the winds guide you to a gentler path. You may leave. Get away from here and enjoy your new freedom.
And the souls kind of fly away. You do see the 3 specters that are gone are already too far gone.
And then Sora will pole vault over Golthea. Have at him.
Well,
All yours.
I appreciate that, young man. So write this in your eulogy. The day you moved out of my way. Reinhold, you're up.
Okay. Seeing how it seems like the main body is being taken care of, Reinhold is going to start taking care of the spirits that are still around. Because he felt something going on there and isn't fully sure, so not taking any risk on that. Going to go into good old Reckless, because there's no reason not to. And will use his main action to do Thousand Teeth with the good old upgrades. So let's hope.
You get all the good gifts. What was that fucking anime called? Soul something?
Soul Eater.
There you go. That was a good anime too.
Hell yeah. 23 on the one next to him.
I like the I think his name was actually just Kid. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, that's dying. Good old Kid was awesome. Okay. 18 damage, chomping into the one next to him.
Okay. You kill it.
Okay. As he just chomps down and the soul seems to just disappear into his mouth all in one go. Am I able to bonus action with Thousand Teeth the same turn that I do the main action? It doesn't really specify. Okay, got it. Gnashes down on the spirit and using whatever movement he can, coils himself toward the main body. Bonus action, chomp. Alrighty.
Yep, you hit the main body.
Alright, 8. What's that? That's what I got.
You did, yes. Before you go, Emery, you see that the cadaver collector disengages.
Oh.
It looks like you imagine that based on its protocols, it's probably going to go grab more bodies and come back, or it's leaving because it doesn't have bodies. Normally, I would say if there's no bodies in the area, it won't come back, but this place is under war right now, so there's probably bodies. You're up, Amber.
Okay, he will move up. And what he's going to do is he's going to... He'll shoot at it with his bow. Because he's going to duck in one of these other hallways for Golthea to pass through. I am not currently. Okay, it is. Nighttime?
You do have advantage on your first shot because of Shadow Wolf.
Well, that's true. Let me do it again.
Fish for that crit.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to give you the advantage to my JF8 Piersantes.
Okay, I'll shoot again.
You're shooting at the cadaver, right? Not the spectrum.
Oh, yeah, this is the cadaver.
Yeah, that hits. It turns around.
So that was at my extra attack. Second action, I'll shoot again. And does extra attack work for a second attack action or no?
No, it's specifically one weapon attack on these.
Gotcha. That's what I thought.
It's not an actual attack action. All right, but you do hit it again. And you got its attention. It looks like it's coming right back.
All yours.
Surprising to no one, usually when a cadaver leaves, most people just don't fuck with it. So when you attacked it, he's like, "Oh, okay, they want this."
Yeah. Oh, I can make it. I can do my magic missile thing too, so I'll do that as well. So I'll make 2 of them go its way.
Okay. Noise. Got 6 more force damage. Let me just check something. Okay, sounds good.
Okay. I'm doing things.
Okay, before you go, Phoenix, the creature's gonna walk back up. When it moves, it can attack, but the other time it moved and disengage, it can do 2 things. It's going to attack you, Emmerich, obviously. Does an 18 hit you? I think it does.
It does, yeah.
Okay, cool. You're just so late, I don't know how strong you guys are half the time. 21 bludgeoning and 0 necrotic since you're immune. You're out, Phoenix.
Gonna roll a d6 to see if his howl recharges. It does. He's not using it quite yet. Phoenix is going to fly up so she can aim past Golthea's big head. And she's gonna tell him, "You got a big head, Goldie." But she is shooting at the cadaver. I'm assuming a 26 hits.
It does. That is a powerful assumption.
We're gonna add an arcane jolt to this one. Yeah, got 7. One more. That one does not hit, but that's okay. Shadow Wolf's right there. Shadow Wolf is gonna go after him. Bite and 2 claw attacks.
All the attacks.
Woof! I guess iron and 1 steel claw.
No, the Fang missed, but the claws didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. The 17 was Fang, so 7 plus 6 for the claws.
Okay.
So
well, you get the max mod on those.
So plus another 6 on the claws.
Another 6? Okay, so what, 12, 21? Okay.
And
Alright,
if
right,
he
sure.
can squeeze in between. Whoops. I don't know if he can do that.
You can go into the ceiling, but
Yeah,
Golthea
that's
might not
right.
be able to reach him, though.
Well, he'll go up on the ceiling and then come back down here. He's just putting himself between the cadaver and the back line. Oh, yeah, Golthea will be mad. You know what? Instead, we will stop him from running away. So he will climb up onto the ceiling across
down.
and back down on the ground here.
Golthea looks at you. For a moment there, you were sending me mixed messages.
Yeah, sorry, we're new together.
Alright. And he just looks at Lilith. Whatever you do with that machine of yours, at least leave a little area for me to get snugged.
He's not a machine.
Oh, apologies.
And her claws will sharpen as she will lunge towards the specter.
It easily connects. It's still alive, but you do respectable damage about half its health.
Gotcha. Alright. And then you kind of see you see miniaturized versions of her totems materialize as the one that has the blue lines traced around it begin to dim, and then another one begins to glow a light with red lines along its grooves, as you see Aiden draw a second sword as he goes to his battle stance.
Noise.
And let's see if we can't finish off the Spectre.
That certainly connects. That certainly finishes it off.
Alright. So it's going to be 5 movement right here. And we'll see if we can't finish off this other Spectre with its second attack. For another 11.
About the same, about halfway, but you do a lot of damage.
And then for the finishing stroke.
Yep.
Ooh, mineral, but happens sometimes.
He does. He does survive just barely, but you still put him beatings on. You kill one, almost kill the second. Not too bad.
And we'll go ahead and move past Emerald. Yep.
Obviously, you're going to provoke from El Cadavo. His weaker attack of the two, but you'll still provoke.
Yep. Well, that's the only way I can do. Actually, hold on. I have another option. Moving.
It's Reinhold, yeah.
Yeah, Reinhold.
Obviously, now you get the Spectre instead, though, but it's probably better.
The better of the two.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 23 life drain on you.
Yep. Let me see. Okay. Gotcha.
For 15 necrotic. Now, it doesn't specifically say it doesn't work on constructs and stuff, but I'll say that you're not at risk of losing maximum on aided.
Understood.
So he'll still take damage, of course, but he won't lose his maximum.
Yep. That is Lilith and Aiden.
The Cadaver Collector is up, and it's looking around for bodies, but the Spectres, when they die, they just slowly disappear. The one next to you thanks you. Thank you. Is it perishes? Same thing for you, Kai. It just says to you, sorry for hurting you. And disappears.
Gives a slight nod.
Alright, and the Cadaver, who's messed them up the most? I think it's still Amarin, unfortunately. Like, damage-wise. You've left me no choice. I don't want to do it. Fine. Do it. Alright, so we're gonna do it. He slams right onto your face. And for 16 bludgeoning and 0 necrotic. This gives you a right hook right in the kisser. And he looks at the other construct. He can't believe another constructed creature such as Shadow Wolf is standing against him. In his eyes,
It's treason, then.
he's gonna punch Shadow Wolf. I think a 19 connects on Shadow Wolf.
It does. It's 18.
Okay. 13 bludgeoning and 19 necrotic.
So 22. No, 32.
I'm just gonna say yes because I'm dumb. And then if it's bonus action, it doesn't have any bodies to manipulate, so it just kind of looks around. It doesn't know that it doesn't need a bonus action to look around, but it looks around. Who are you looking at? I don't think your healing spirit works on Golfea. Let me just check.
Oh.
Yeah, it wouldn't, because Golfea is he's a Malda, but he's also a construct.
All right.
So that's unfortunate, because he goes in the light and he's like, I've heard about this light. Ooh, it does make one feel better. It's like one of those mental things where you get the placebo and you feel better to the doctor and they laugh in the background. This light really works, Lilith. It's out of this world. Okay, he's going to try to F this dude up. Let's turn the sheet back to public. She's on public now because as you're able to kind of study his techniques when you're not the ones trying to avoid and get destroyed by it. He delivers a slam and a sword strike. Whew. You think you're me? No one's me, baby. Sensor.
All right.
Sensor, you hear in your mind someone whisper into your head. It's not Gotha. He doesn't have that powers, luckily. He would never leave it. But it says to you, you must drop them before they complete their climb. You and your allies. And Phoenix, you hear it too because you guys are at this creature's maximum telepathic range. And it says that there's great danger coming from the room where the main light is, which is just behind you guys on the right side of the screen. But it hasn't made its way to the top yet, apparently.
Phoenix shoots Sora a weird look and looks behind him. Do you hear that?
Yeah, looks like we don't have as much time as we'd want. Everyone, there's more foes approaching from the rear. We must finish the cadaver quickly.
Got it.
I'll go head them off. Buy you some time. She'll propel over here, getting to the mouth of this area. Alright, big, mean, and ugly. Let's see what you can do against me. And the other me's. As we'll use our action to primal army to prepare for whatever's coming.
So visually, you run in that room and then just a whole bunch of you just appear out of nowhere, Shadow Jutsu style.
Yeah, let me see how much movement I used. Oh, I have so much more. So I can move up 2 more squares, and there was once 1 Sora, now there's 4. All in an army, like protecting the tunnel.
You can see 2 of the threats. Presumably, there's more. You can hear them climbing up. It's not, you can't really see them, but on the map you can. You can kind of hear them because the symbol is they're not 90 feet flying. They're 90 feet down in this hole. And the voice said that if you can knock them off before they complete their climb, it'd be far easier than fighting them at full health and all that other stuff.
Okay. So there's a lot more time than I thought. So I'll get off of my staff because that's what's restricting some of my movement right now.
Yeah, this pit, you don't know how deep it is, but it looks super deep.
Alright. Looks like we got a couple of bogeys. Let's do this. Bonus action, Step of the Wind. So I'll get 25 feet there, or 30 feet there, and I'll get 70 feet down with my Heavenly Step.
But do you have a climb speed, or?
With my Heavenly Step, I can actually stand against vertical surfaces. Let me get its text.
Oh, that's gangster. She's just walking on the wall and stuff.
Yep.
I can move along vertical surfaces, and I can expend a key point to stay where I am.
Well, it's a good idea because this pit, I'm not saying it's endless, but it's probably maximum fall damage.
Good thing I don't take fall damage anymore.
God, I thought people didn't like monks. They're fucking awesome.
That's just from my rune. Anyway, I will be intercepting this ogre if he tries to get past me.
Noise.
But as EOT, I'll put a marker how far down I am.
Nice. Every time a player ends your turn, these ogres are getting a 10-foot gain. So so this one moves to 80, this one moves to 80, and this is almost in your range. And the other ones move to 50. But it does mean that once they surface, they'll be put in initiative as normal. And obviously, if you get in their range, they'll have an attack at some point. Rhino, you're up.
All right. I was originally aiming for the Spectre on the other side of the room, but Goltea's kind of taking up a bit of space. So instead, Reinhold, hearing the danger starting to come in from the other side, just focuses all his energy on the Collector as he opens up his jaw as wide as possible and tries to snap down on the cadaver. Good old 1,000 teeth first off. Don't need a reckless, but wouldn't really matter considering. 23?
Yep.
Oh, the good old 20. And bonus action? Okay. 15, I'm guessing misses.
Oh, yeah. We've seen 18 miss.
All right. With that EOT. Just clenching down in the body and just like gnashing.
Before you go Emirate, you see the cadaver try to right hook Reinhold with one of its legendaries. 19 over a 19. I believe those connect to you.
Yep. 18 AC.
17 bludgeoning. Well, for you, it's not 17 bludgeoning. It's, what is that? 8 bludgeoning? Yeah, 8 bludgeoning and 22 necrotic.
All right. 8, 22, so that's just minus 30.
Emirate.
Alrighty. I'm gonna keep going. Is my first attack still with advantage, or?
No, he didn't do it a second time.
Gotcha. No worries. Here we go.
No cigar that time. Yes, cigar that time.
Hey.
Okay. I'm gonna use my Bane Blade ability on it too.
Okay.
Just to make it even more harder for him. Let's see. 2 attacks. Let me use my bonus here with the deck. Cool. Then I'll attack one more time.
Two more attacks. For 25, 21 connect. For 10 and 6 on the pseudo bane.
Alrighty.
I know I'm awful for this, but I made a commitment a long time ago that anytime this number appeared on the enemy's hit bar, I would expose their maximum hit points remaining 69.
Hey.
Nice.
Phoenix looks over her shoulder, wondering where the hell Sora went, but knows Sora would make some sort of noise if she needed her. So, pew pew at the cadaver.
Every time you're about to shoot, Gothea's head gets annoying. You're forced to like redirect your attack.
Goldie's dead still.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hopefully Shadow Wolf has better luck. One of them is me.
Have you seen that movie, Phoenix, or no?
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
So good. Lilith. Before you go, Lilith, this guy's going to. Wait, no, I already used all 3 of his legendaries. All right, you're up.
Alright. And let's see here. Is Aiden able to go before Lilith?
What does the text say? I think it's after, but it might say either or.
Well, according to the text, it just says share the same initiative and connect on its own, requiring no action from you.
Yeah, so you can do it before or after. Obviously, once you activate it, you need to complete it.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll have Aiden go before. He'll do his flurry of attacks. 22, I believe, connects.
Oh, yeah. So the AC on this guy is 20.
And then is follow up with the Iron Flurry. Okay. Any movement? Ow. And then with Lilith as her bonus action, I will have the armor totem come back online as he sheathes his blade and his ironwood begins to repair itself as he regains that temporary hit point. Action. I think we'll just do some Thorn Whip. For 9 piercing.
Okay. 9% days.
And I will come join Phoenix in the back over here.
Sora went over there into the darkness. Not quite sure where she's at.
Well, hopefully this creature won't be able to stand for long, and we can go help her.
Speaking of help, these ogres are nearly at the top. They'll be able to join into the fight, but one of them stops in front of you, Sora. Makes his first attack.
All right.
One opposite of him gets 60 feet up, and the other ones only need 30 more feet before they start attacking the party. All right, let's see.
Mirror image roll. This will be at an image.
Okay. This up is Darkling Morning Star Large. Is he larger now? Yeah, he is. Okay. And completely swats away your image.
I try harder than that.
As a bonus action, it will use this transform body, and it will turn huge. But its body just begins to rapidly expand. This darkling ogre is not all that it seems to be.
You're gonna have to do a lot more if you're gonna scare me. I've seen bigger.
All right, cadaver's up. The cadaver has had enough. You see him open up his chest, Tony Stark style, and a ball of energy begins to rotate around. And at this position, he would be able to get. Let me just grab the graphic. I'm not actually sure. Where are you? So that's one option. We go look at that one. Okay, you'd only be able to get you at that one. Let's use that one. All right. So it's large. You can put it on the side. No, it has to be this. He has to use this one. So does he get just Gothea, or does he get Rye and Deconstruct Aiden? Let's let fate decide. All right, top down left right. He's gonna just try to blast Gothea in his face. Gothea, I could take it. Come on. He spews out this powerful explosive force. Gothea, because Gothea is stupid. The first time he fights an opponent and learns a new technique, he's like, I feel it. If it's like obvious damage, if it's like a mental assault, he knows he's not mentally stable. And Gothea fails. And you just see that he's paralyzed.
Oh shit.
He's like, oh, tricky trickster. And then he starts fumbling his words.
I think he's short-circuited.
God, another thing for me to fix.
And the cadaver is also going to make its overdrive attack, which is one weapon attack against every enemy creature within 5 feet of it. You do once per long rest. I was hoping it could do that to get automatic crits on you guys if it paralyzed multiple targets, but only paralyzed with him.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Yeah, it is terrifying if you guys are lined up better for this creature's AoE. So we're gonna do top down left right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god! I literally crit Gothea only. who already gets automatically crit because of paralysis. Anyways,
Hell
it's
yeah.
a 24 against Amaret, a 20 against Shadow Wolf, a crit against Gothea, a 12 against Aiden, and a 13 against Ryan.
Oh my gosh, I got lucky.
Shadow Wolf is hit.
Okay, Amaret, you are taking. Hold on.
Whoa. He's got to do all this accounting.
I thought I crit you for a
You
second.
have to get the calculator out?
Well, I thought I crit you for a second, but he got. So, spoiler, he rolls 3d8 plus 5. He got 8, 8, 8, and 5 for you. So that's 29 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then you take 0 of the 18 necrotic, so that's nice. Against Shadow Wolf, he gets nearly as good as a roll, 7, 8, 5 plus 5, for 25 damage against you and 14 necrotic. And against Gothea, he gets the jack of all trades because it's a crit.
Oh.
You did crit the fuck out of Gothea. Okay.
Oh, poor Goldie.
Or just what immunities does he have and resistances? Not those. Actually, he's resistant to non-magical physical, so the 23 and 18 would be half. What, 11 and 9? Wait, did I do that wrong? Yeah, I did do that wrong.
One more 24.
So 46. No. 68.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I did the math. I'm dumb, but I'm not like insane. I'm just a little dumb.
There's a lot
All
of
right.
this.
Yeah, Gothea's not enjoying that. Oh! However, Gothea, if you remember, is a construct. Half of him is a construct and aberration. At the start of his turn, any ongoing effects, suppose you guys are learning a little bit about him if he becomes your enemies, are removed. As he purges, that is actually his Mouther aura. He can purge ongoing effects. Ha! You thought you slayed me. He explains the ability, and then he realizes he probably shouldn't have done that. These people may be my enemy one day. But for now, I'll teach you a lesson. All right. And that'll be enough to finish off the cadaver with all the damage you guys have done. We know he had 69 a while ago. He lifts up the cadaver and goes, "You looking, Phoenix? You seeing what I'm seeing?"
Yeah, I think so. Although I'm not quite sure, because your head is in the way.
All right. He lifts up the body over his body, tears it in half. Yeah. Ugh. Bazinga.
All right, good show. I think we have more for you. Gotta go find my other Goldie, the first Goldie.
You deal with that. I'm going to make quick work of this enemy right here. He looks at the Spectre and just... He only has 2 attacks. Sun Sora, you see that these guys are nearing the top as they move at the end of every creature's turn. So the guys on the left are at 40 feet climb left, and the guys at the bottom only need 10 feet before they can get into the fight.
She looks around her and smiles as she runs up a bit on the rock, picking up one of them and tossing it up to the ogre as if to catch. "It seems awfully lonely down there. Here's a new pet rock as I send all of you tumbling to your doom." As her bonus action, once per mirror image, she can do the True Strike cantrip.
Oh.
And then as her main action, she's going to do Steel Wind Strike.
Oh, nice.
Pew, 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 and pew.
Sweet.
So first one will be at advantage at the huge ogre. So let's Do that. Strike.
That hits.
For 39 force.
Okay. Give me 20d6. When you hit him with that much damage, he automatically falls off this wall in this encounter.
All right, 20d6.
Oh, baby.
Or the 69.
We're gonna just kill him because we gotta honor the 69.
Nice.
He falls into the hole. Your first explosion off of him.
Bigger they are. And then second strike at this Dark Ogre at bomb right.
I hit.
For 37.
As long as you're doing 20 or more in a single attack, they're gonna fall off the wall in this scenario. So give me that 20d6. Just seeing if any of them could survive to make another climb later. Which it's unlikely. You drop another one off the wall.
Third one. Bottom left.
That hits. 20d6.
Yep, another 20d6 on top of that.
This one might live. Okay. What is that?
87.
Okay, 87. Actually, that's yep, you got him.
Hey.
Then final strike on the last one. Oh, that may miss.
It does not.
Okay. Another 20d6. I may have just it's fine, guys. You don't need to worry about anything.
Yeah, you kill all four of the ogres climbing.
The next thing, like Sora needs help, and then just a cacophony of explosions and tumbling bodies as Sora bounces and lands here, dusting off her shirt a bit. Ah! Where did everyone go?
We can leave initiative.
She got them, didn't she?
It's gonna be a squeeze, but I think if Reinhold takes like a charge or two of the healing, Amber could probably grab like 4 or 5 charges of the rest of the healing spirit. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he only had 2 hit points. We'll just kill him.
Ryan, you can take 8 and let's see here. Ooh, whoa, that was really bad. It should knock off the last one, so it'd be 3, because it should only be 2d6. Yeah, 8 plus 3. And then so maths. So the last 4 charges, so that's what 8d6. Emmer, you get 21 back.
Thank you.
Hey, big guy, you wanna?
Oh, excuse me, my dummy thick back there. Apologies. You know, it's really great being with all of you. I think I like it. It feels like when I used to be with Palm when she was doing good stuff.
You are a surprise, Goldie.
When do you like doing good stuff? Does it make you feel all warm inside?
I used to. And I started liking doing bad stuff.
Well,
Seems like Palm has changed me.
Well, bad stuff's also easy. Being good's what's challenging.
It all started before I was a mouther. I was a big kid. And I looked at the kid and I said, "You gonna eat that?" He said, "Yes." But he was wrong.
How did
Anyways,
that?
we don't need to get into my backstory. It was horrible. All the food I took from those other kids. Horrible for them, of course. So that pull up a chair. No, I'm joking.
We'll unpack it later.
Excellent. He takes a step and then you see he like looks weird. He's like, oh, what's happening?
Did you eat something bad?
Whoa. I don't think so. You guys see what I'm seeing?
What is that?
It's alright. You may want to come see this.
Is this him?
Does it look like an electric field or something?
Just looks like a ball of a sphere of some kind, sphere of some kind, with energy roaring within it and stuff.
Can you hear us, Kotea?
It glows. You kind of, it's so fast whenever it happens. When we defeat a Mouther, they usually turn to a ball of energy and shoot to the mouth that feeds. He's in that ball state, but he's not shooting to the mouth that feeds.
Dude,
Does this mean
I mean-
Palm's nearby?
I mean, she doesn't have the crown, though, right? Does that even matter anymore? Is she just that good?
I have no idea.
Dorothea,
Should we, like, touch it at all, or?
are you in there? Can you hear me?
I'd only do it with a long stick.
You can glow once.
Mhm.
Okay. Can we change this at all?
You didn't set up how many times he needs to glow for stuff.
Oh, shit.
He glows again, but I don't know that answer.
1 for yes, 2 for no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can we take you with us? All right. Does this mean she's close? Is that what this is? Great.
Can I get you a book or something?
Fuck no.
Not even the one you were interested in?
Yes, the adult magazine's fine.
1 second.
What do we do? He can't turn the page.
I'll just find his favorite page, I guess. Whoa.
Which one was
That's
that?
So this is what he's into.
I
She
guess
just
just
drops
flip
it
it to-
on one of the random pages on the ground.
You realize it's not actually an adult magazine. It's a guide of like the inner workings of things like toasters and stuff. And he's like, "Ooh, yeah."
What the fuck?
Oh man, I have some user manuals he can have when we get back.
Oh Lord.
We'll catch you later, all right, bud?
Oh. Well, would Lilith know anything about um these little Mouther orbs?
I mean, you've never seen one in stasis before. I mean, you've all fought rune warriors. Your rune warriors, you all fought and quelled Malthus. You've noticed that they occur extraordinarily brief to the point that it took you a minute to realize that he was in that state now. Now, I would say it's possible with a high religion roll to maybe gather something.
Religion. Do I?
Yeah, usually the
How-
stuff with the mountains are always religion because Zion.
Yeah. If only I was playing Declan. um, I don't really have a. I'm not skilled in it. Do you still want me to roll?
You could, but if you take the initiative on this, somebody else would be able to. So I don't know if anyone else is better than you or not.
Negative.
I've got 5.
Better than my 0.
We'll say she pulls out one of those Wizards Weekly from Metal Rain and is just flipping through it, see if there's anything in there that even comes close.
Um, you're kind of like putting all the information. You're a very intelligent character, and you're putting all the information gathered so far. And you remember that he did say that when Palm lost the crown, she's able to kind of, since she's had it for like literally 50 freaking years, which also prolonged her natural life as a goblin. Um, she was able to start storing them in his body. I think he told you guys that he was starting to store them in her body. So
Yeah.
you think that it's probably not as clean as the crown. She's probably not able to just instantly call them back. You do know, and this is kind of sad. Obviously, Gothea's maybe your friend. You do think that in this stasis, you guys could destroy Gothea forever. He seems to be vulnerable in this transition as he's trying to pull him back to her body, but it's not as good as the crown. He doesn't know that, but you realize that, like, holy crap, this is the only form where they can die forever.
Yeah, I think she's not too far. Well, depending how powerful, we're at least within her perimeter. Maybe we should immobilize him some way because she's going to use him against us.
I'm not sure how you immobilize a soul.
You think it's a soul?
The closest thing you can be to one in this state, I would think.
I've got something that might work if we can move it a little bit. I don't know, but it would only last for an hour.
I could try touching it. I'm the least hurt out of all of you.
Sakura always wanted to believe in the best in Palm. She no longer has the crown. I want to believe in the hero that she once was, the same as Golthea.
Well, that's all fine. I hope that's true too, but I mean, it won't hurt us to just put him in time out until we find out for sure. I mean, he won't be hurt. We just kind of tucking him away in a pocket dimension for an hour.
I mean, if you can, sure.
I disagree.
That tucking him away won't hurt him, or
I'm saying show some trust.
Or
That
just
he'll
leave him
help
be.
us. That he'll help us if he returns.
Did he not already?
He did. I actually like this plan.
So yeah, it's just he was like at a distance from her, and I don't think he chose to become this glowing orb right now. Hey, Gothea, you doing this on your own accord? Yes, once, twice, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not choosing to do this right now.
He also doesn't know if it's safe to put him in the demi plane, but he's not exactly very smart. He just knows that this is the state in between death from others.
I say we put trust that he will come through in the end. Call me silly or gullible, but he helped us so far.
I mean, if he returns back to his body, he can just climb right on out of this. He isn't trapped. It's just a temporary thing. If he wants out, he can get out. It's not a prison, it's a hiding spot, is what it is. It is the best hide and seek trick ever.
And you sure he'll be okay?
As long as there's nothing wonky with the mouther thing, I don't see any complications. I'd sit in there if y'all didn't need my help.
Don't move him.
All right.
Even though Dorothea did play a good hit on me, I don't want to risk harming him.
I wasn't intending to, but all right.
But if Palm is coming to collect Dorothea, I say we wait to greet her. Hopefully as friends.
You want us to wait here until she arrives?
He said she was close.
But the mask maker is close as well. I think he spoke to me in Phoenix.
What?
Oh, he was probably the one that warned us about the creatures climbing up.
That was what my thought was. Oh yeah, I took on a whole legion of ogres by myself. Nothing big.
Amazing.
While this is going on, how hurt is Reinhold and Amroot?
A little bit bloodied. Maybe like solid 80%.
I'll do a 4th level healing spray just to get you guys topped off, but you guys can continue talking while I'm doing maths.
Okay, I would say I'm halfway there. Looking good. No.
So, did you not want me to put him under the statue for hiding?
Yeah, we'll be fine. I think we should press forward anyway, though. We still have to find Judas and all this.
Yeah, let's go find the mask maker.
Golthea, it has been wonderful to fight alongside you. Where do I rank amongst your priorities in case we do come to blows? 1 glow for top, 2 glows for bottom.
What?
Glows 3 times.
What? Wow. All right. I see how it is. I'll see you around.
You didn't give him a middle option.
I fought a whole legion of ogres by myself. Does that not count?
He thinks you're making it up.
She doesn't know that. But we have to go to the top right. That's where the mask maker should be.
Are these the things you kill?
You would be able to see them. They're like all the way down.
200 feet down there.
Oh.
You see some craters in the walls, but that's about it.
Allegedly, Emmer. Not even you're probably getting sus of her.
Lilith speaks to Golthea. Do you think you'll be fine by yourself?
We're gonna assume that you guys worked out a code that gives more than yes and no's when it's more than needed. He blinks 3 times because he's not sure. He feels kind of vulnerable, so he just says, "I don't know," pretty much, which is 3 blinks.
Do you want a hiding space?
He blinks 3 times again because he's not sure if moving him at all would potentially could destroy him. He's not sure. You never, unfortunately, you can't hear him speak, but this is the most vulnerable he's ever felt in his life, being the spear floating here.
I wouldn't move him.
We put him in a corner so he's at least not exposed on all 4 sides or something. Hide him under the table.
He's very delicate. Any tampering might damage him on a fundamental level.
All right, Goldie. I wish you the best. I tried.
I'm staying here with him.
Oh, okay.
If you wish to meet the mask maker, you can take this second badge.
All right. Best of luck to ya.
She nods.
Would you like me to help block one of the entrances? Make it a little bit more defensible.
Oh, I could definitely do that. She has a doodad just for this called Arcane Lock.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
I'll have to take 25 gold. Well, I have gold dust on my list. Until it's dispelled. So she pulls out a mechanism and puts it over the seal of the door, and it just kind of pops out, and it almost like when the air is sucked out of a bag, it pops into place, and she will come whisper to Lilith the password for getting out. Off the top of my head, grill is a shitbag. That's the password.
Well, I wish you the best. Don't take long.
We'll hurry. Come on, Wolf.
I'm a bit worried about the hole that was made over to the tunnel. Would you like me to move the statue to block it?
Does it look like the statue would block off the path?
Most of it, but it's not tall enough. Something climb over it.
Better than nothing.
If you wish. You could buy me some time should something come this way.
Gives a nod and will attempt to lift the statue up from its base.
We'll assume eventually you can pull it up. So instead of make like 20 checks, it's just not fighting back.
Got it.
I'll just put this statue here for now. My items I have.
Gives a nod to Lilith and says, "Stay safe."
I will.
Man continues forward, wiggling through the hallway.
Okay.
I hope this thing can support all of us. She is flying, not putting any weight on this thing.
Kai, seeing that everything is just a giant chasm below will also activate his fly speed.
Wrap around the bridge.
Pretty much.
Man, it's almost as if all of you are afraid of being pancaked.
We can't all stand on walls like you.
I swear there's a legion of them, you know? Why does everyone think I'm lying now?
No one said you were lying.
That one's huge.
You don't see it.
It's deep in the chasm.
Oh.
Yeah, it fell 200 plus feet.
How many did you say there were again?
A legion.
But that's not like a few or like a. How much is a legion?
400. Hold on, before you do anything. You can tell she's kind of bolstering the numbers up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Fucking.
Okay, fine, it was 4. But they are massive, okay?
I mean, it was just one of you. That's still impressive, you know?
Very.
Still not enough for Golthea to consider me a threat, jerk.
Lightly ruffles Sora's hair to comfort her.
That only puts you at an advantage. Where the fuck is Lilith?
Yeah, and why is she not here?
She decided to stay behind and protect Goldie.
But if Palm comes, she can't fight her alone.
You know how stubborn she is. Phoenix is looking at the door for a place to put this badge.
You would find it with ease.
Well, at least I'm fast enough to get to her, if worst happens.
There, I heard it unlock, and she will fly back over to Shadow Wolf.
All right, be ready.
Oh. When you open the doors, you can see this nasty, like worm-like thing, or tentacles or something, just kind of all over this place, kind of feeding on the walls. On the center of it, wrapped within the tentacles, Captain Key style, like almost like looking like a nasty monster himself, is another Thrall enforcer who looks so beyond exhaustion that he should be dead. But these little things are feeding on him and keeping him alive. And he looks at you. He's got this Mad Max personality where he's like, I feel fucking wonderful. And he just smiles. Come, join me. Eternal life is here. It feels so good. And then you could see the parasite is literally like, it's eaten enough of his arm that his arm's gone. It looks like one of the parasites is his arm. How it's just kind of stuck in the socket.
This is horrible. How do we get past this thing?
What do you mean? There's nothing behind me. Join me. Stress, goals, none of it matters anymore. Just feel freedom.
I'm sorry, friend, but we can't.
I don't understand. Don't you want to live forever?
Sometimes the best gift is mortality. Be able to live a life to its fullest instead of a hollow one.
Just relax, friend.
It just feels so good. You're that outlaw, Terma, aren't you? All your sins can be absolved. Just jump into the tentacles. Be free.
No. That would only disrespect the people I've wronged in this life. He'll take out his dagger.
He's like in this utopian state that he doesn't even see the dagger in your hand. He sees like that you pulled out some type of treasure that he's always wanted. And he leans forward to you. Ah, just when I thought I had it all, give it to me.
And he'll like try and like cut him out of the parasite, or cut the parasite out of him, I guess.
Sure. It doesn't take you too long. Give me a medicine check just to see if you can do it without getting hurt. Yeah, you're able to take the first one out and give me one more for the other one, because you can get bit or something, or just not do it right.
I like that. I'll use it.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. So cool. So I don't need to worry about it potentially burrowing into your body. Noise. Yeah.
Sounds
good.
No, go ahead.
So when you kill them both, you see that pain like rushes back to the Thrall's body, and he just starts screaming because he's missing a leg, his arm's gone, half his face is eaten. It hurts, it hurts.
Phoenix will let out a crossbow bolt, aiming for the side of the head, or the player doesn't know the right place to aim.
Sure.
The brain.
The mask is broken enough you can get him right in the forehead or the heart, but yeah. You shoot him in his one good hand. Don't worry, you'll automatically hit him. In his one good hand, he opens his hand up and there's this final key to the door. And you realize that the other Thrall was trying to tell you to come here to get the final key. The mask maker is protected behind the destroyed bridge. As your super big brain intelligence character figures that out.
I'm so sorry. Oh, at least we can get to where we need to get now.
Okay. So you get the third symbol, which will open that door down south. Lilith, you could see the orb with Golthea in it begin to blink. And it's starting to levitate and shoot out of here, meaning that it's going to return to Palm. It just took a lot longer without the crown. Now, this could be a threat when in her direct vicinity that could hurt you and the party in the long run. But your only other option would be to destroy him forever. You can either believe in him that he'll resist her even when he's standing right in front of her, or guarantee that you don't have to worry about it by killing him and destroying him from existence forever. What choice you make as the orb begins to spew out?
She'll watch Golthea and see which direction he flows towards.
He hits the door and goes right through it.
Can she open the door?
Not this one. This is the door that they asked you to get the mask maker to open. Knowing that, I mean, we can roll back if that's going to change your decision at all.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
She's just trying to follow.
Yeah, so you go to the door, you probably like touch it, like you're like, damn it, and it just shoots in. Now she can be on the other side of that door, or it's just slowly making its way to wherever she really is. But you see him blinking like crazy, like he's like scared. And it's just weird because he's got this super toxic masculinity personality normally, but he's blinking excessively, and he's only ever did that when he was kind of like panicking whenever people ask him stuff. And then he's gone. Give us your thoughts as you see him in that struggled state before your party at the same time would just be finishing up before you rejoin them.
She placed her hand on the door, a bit worried, both for Golthea and she's just hoping, pleading that she isn't wrong. She knows that Sakura still holds a special place for Palm, And she wants to believe in that light, even though there's so much darkness around her. She wants to believe that the hero that Palm was is still in there. So that's where she's at.
Excellent. And like after a moment, Aiden like puts his hand on your shoulder.
Her hand meets his. Thanks.
And just to break your immersion, you notice that somehow the toaster magazine stuck to the orb when it went through the wall. He took it with him. Anyways, a little bit of light in the darkness. So the rest of you get done what you're doing. You're not aware of what took place over there, though. You do notice that the Malder ore in the area has dropped dramatically. It's still ever-linging present since there's darklings and Malders everywhere, but you do notice there's been a shift. So I don't know if that would inspire you to check on Lilith and Gothea, or if you just think maybe somebody else is dealing with them.
No, Sora would do her usual. If someone looks at her, the next time they look at her, she's gone, as she's going to be in that room. Lilith? Lilith!
Yes?
I felt it. Is he gone?
He's through this door. How far beyond, I'm unsure. But she's close, Sora.
Then our work is at hand. Do you think you're ready?
I don't know. Can I really do something that Mother Nature could not?
It's a good question. But have you not seen what we've been able to do? Together.
Together.
We got the third piece. We just gotta hope the mask maker is still alive.
Well, is there any way I can help?
You being by our side always helps.
So as the group kind of rejoins each other, Phoenix, you're at that door. You've got all three symbols. I'm not sure if you just call everybody over or just wait till they eventually kind of get over here. What's going on with you?
She's not going to open it alone. She's waiting for them, but she is looking at the door and the places to put the badge, and she's listening to see, because if they had listened at the last door, maybe they would have heard the guy crying out. She's just trying to get an idea of what's on the other side while she waits.
Sure. Do a perception.
Her ears are filled with wax.
Yeah, well, it's a really thick door, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
I honestly don't believe I have a way over there without expending a lot of resources. Well, I mean, I guess we have some flying companions who can ferry me over.
Kai can fucking he can fly. Dude, Kai can just lay his body right there and be a bridge.
Oh yeah, just straight up. Wouldn't be the
I
first
can
time.
hop across.
Can I get a lift?
Lifts over and then like attaches between the two bridges.
Lift yourself.
No uppies for me.
Well, he does put you on his back as he's forming it, so you get a little bit of the VIP treatment.
You guys ready?
Yep.
She'll put the badges in there.
So the first badge representing machinery. As you look at it, it's a broken cog from Metal Rain when the automatons and thralls were seen and now are discriminated against because of who they were in that battle. The second one is the darkness of heart, showing that evil is possible in anyone, not just them, especially when they don't have a choice. And the final one is the light, that even though they were stuffed into a cave without it, they finally found a place in this world they could call their own. And the three symbols open the doors. And in the center of this room, the mask maker lay on the floor under an arcane symbol. He. This is what you see. To be clear, is the one to the left giving the mask, because he does make the mask and wear them. But the mask maker stands up, and the prismatic glow of this energy on his face kind of fades. Are you here to help us?
Yes, I am Sansora. These are my friends. We have come to stop Palm's invasion and to get anyone still alive out.
My strength, it wanes. You're here just in time. Come in quickly. To see to it, I get what you need to succeed. And she kind of beckons you all inside. Squeeze in if you must. Close the door. Cannot release my powers if it opens. I know of each of you, even though you don't know of me. I've seen you, who you are. Now you see me. And she kind of takes off her mask, and it's just, she looks like an extraordinarily young girl, even though she's been given this role as mask maker, probably like 18 years old. Not necessarily a child, but barely an adult. And she looks around the room. There's only one way for the mask maker to give you the power you need. And that's to forfeit my life. Luckily, I don't have any strong connection to any of you. But I'll make it a little bit easier.
Wait. Why does your life have to be forfeit?
You see the mask in this room? She points up, and there's a spiral. You didn't realize like that Reinhold's comfortable in this room. It goes probably about 400, 500 feet in the air. Just this spiraling large-ass ceiling. And along the ceiling are thousands of masks. You could see that maybe around 100 of them are glowing. Maybe a little more than 100, but less than 200. Each of those masks represent the Thralls. There were never a lot of us in this world after Metal Rain destroyed most of us. In every moment we waste, she points, and you see a mask start to flicker and go out. 178 of my species remain. If I can give you the power to save my species, then that's exactly what I'll do. What is my life compared to our existence?
How does your life end give us this edge?
I'll instill to you all the knowledge I've gathered, all the strength, all the power, and you'll be stronger for it. That'd be just what you need to defeat your enemy, whoever that may be.
Sora looks to everyone else, and she does not look keen on someone sacrificing themselves for this.
You simply needed your aid to move forward. Um, is this what they meant?
I can open the door, but it only leads you to your ruin. I sealed this place for a reason. There are Mouthers in here stronger than any of you. And if you will contend with them, you will need my power. I'm prepared to lay down my life. This is how she looks when she takes off the mask.
They may be strong, but we are masters. We've come this far so we can preserve life, not for it to end because of us. Is there no other way?
You tell me. This is my conclusion. If yours is different, and speak now. But you mustn't speak for long. You look up, 2 more masks flicker.
I know your hesitation, Sora, but if we are to face against the great darkness that Palm has brought, if the hero isn't there anymore, we may need every edge.
What makes us any better than her if we were to go down this route?
We're not forcing this upon her.
Phoenix will approach the mask maker. Do you have anybody amongst them that you wish to have any last words? Anything we can pass on for you?
Tell my people I have chosen my successor. If he lives long enough, that is. She points to his mask on the wall. And you can see his mask because the mask that replicates their life is also the mask given to them. And if none of you play the Thorao race, the official race in our game, they all wear a mask. And this is the mask that they show you. This is the one who will take my place as maker. He's alive now, but who knows for how long. Tell him that it is his job to lead our people. Other than that, I have no family or friends. Typically, in different times, the mask maker is taken as a child, never told who her parents are. Raised up under the religion of the new life given to us on Elder Earth, a mix between Zion and what we know from our planet, and brought into this room. And when a child comes of age, it is a mask maker's job to give every Thrall the mask that protects them from the Mind Flayer's influence. So no, I have no friends, only a deep-rooted love for all my people, the children under the sky of this world, my people.
You are wrong about one thing. You do have friends. As Sora will kneel before her. I'm Son Sora. It is a pleasure to be your friend. I will save your people. I'll do whatever it takes.
Thank you, Sensor.
What must we do?
Merely brace yourselves to prepare the surge of energy I'm about to spill into this room.
I'll go ahead, Insider, because Sora doesn't like the idea of her death. It just feels wrong, so she's just trying to gauge the situation, if that's okay.
Amber, I believe her. I got it. Yeah, I mean, she's got no reason to lie, and those masks are going dark up top. She was sealed in this room. The people told you to use her to unlock the door. I mean, everything's pretty much checking out.
True. But Zabi taught me one thing, which is doubt everything.
Yeah, but she's your friend. You should trust her.
Hey. Sora will stand back and brace herself.
She puts her hands together over her chest and begins to pull out that same energy you once saw in her mask that is diminished. This pinkish, purplish glow. She pulls it out right from her chest, like where her heart would be, and it rises up as though she's taking out her heart, but her flesh is still intact and stuff. And this energy ball, she looks at it and she starts to pant heavily. And she starts crying because she's scared, because she's so young. And she lifts it over her head. Yes, that is the thing. Into this world that is not mine, I give it everything. Is what you hear, Emmerich. I think you speak deep speech. And the orb slashes, slams, and it evokes itself, its full power onto your bodies. And one more tear rolls down her face. And her lifeless body clasps to the floor. And each of you level up.
Oh.
I did not see that coming.
Furthermore, the matchmaker they said was attuned to this mountain. You guys are able to unlock you don't need to worry about gathering any more symbols. So there are a lot of symbols for the doors. You'll be able to unlock them if you're within 5 feet of them by just touching them. Since you have the matchmaker's way now. Until Nero assumes his proper position, assuming you get to him in time and he survives. But congratulations, everyone. It is 12:10 and to get you guys to bed. So let's quickly do our favorite moment of the session and get you guys out of here. I think for an outro, I'm just going to assume that all of you guys kind of have a moment of silence for her just to speed this along, which I think is also kind of appropriate.
Yeah.
And let's put you guys on the start screen.